All right, welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving deep, really deep, into Newgen software technologies.
Yeah.
You want to know what's making this company tick, what's driving their performance?
Mm-hmm.
And we've got all the intel, all of the good stuff.
Yeah.
We've got their Q3 FY25 analyst conference call transcript, the press release, investor presentation,
Wow.
even their official notifications to the stock exchanges.
You really went all out.
Had to.
Yeah.
This is Newgen Software Technologies we're talking about. Global software player.
Right.
Gotta be thorough.
Absolutely.
So this is your, all access pass
Okay.
to really understanding them.
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, this is going to be good. I mean, it's exciting because we get to go beyond just like the numbers, the headlines, and really kind of unpack their strategy, their moves, what's working, what's not working,
Yeah.
the challenges they're facing, and what it all means really for their future.
So first things first, the big news, the headline,
Yeah.
Newgen, they're on a roll.
They are.
They're continuing this really impressive growth streak, right? Revenue, first 9 months of FY25,
Okay.
hit Rs 105.7 crore.
Wow.
That's a 22% jump year over year.
Big jump.
Huge.
Yeah.
And profit after tax, even better.
Even better.
41% up to Rs 207 crore.
Those are some serious numbers.
Those are some serious numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what I think is really interesting here?
What's that?
Their annuity revenue
Okay.
hit Rs 614 crore.
Okay.
That includes like their support contracts, their cloud subscriptions,
Right.
maintenance agreements, this kind of stable income,
Yeah.
this recurring revenue.
Right.
That's like crucial for any software company.
Right.
You know, if they're looking to grow over the long term.
It's like the base
It is.
you can rely on,
Yeah.
and then you can kind of build off of that.
It is.
Yeah.
It gives them like a cushion, financially to be able to pursue innovation, to expand into new markets
Makes
without, being totally dependent on those like big one-time deals.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's zoom in on Q3 specifically.
Okay.
Their license sales.
Yeah.
70% year-over-year increase.
Massive.
Massive.
Yeah.
What's driving that? I mean, what's fueling that kind of growth?
I mean, a lot of it,
Yeah.
they're attributing it to this thing they call
Yeah.
deal velocity.
Deal velocity.
Deal velocity.
With that.
Yeah. Right?
That sounds cool.
Yeah. It means they're closing deals quickly, efficiently.
Got it.
Sales teams are doing great. Their solutions are resonating with customers.
Okay.
And, we're seeing this momentum, especially in their core verticals.
Okay.
Banking, financial services, government.
So it's not just that they're winning, it's that they're winning at a really fast pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a prime example of this
What's that?
is their win with the Reserve Bank of India, RBI,
Huge. Yeah.
a contract worth INR 32 crore.
That's massive.
That's huge.
Huge deal.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
So they're developing a regulatory application management system for the RBI.
Okay.
And this is really interesting because it showcases their expertise
Yeah.
that's growing
Yeah.
in data science and AI.
Right.
And those were really key factors
Okay.
in winning that deal.
So it's not just the financial win.
Right.
It's also just that they're able to kind of show off their technical capabilities.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a testament to that.
Yeah. And do you think that opens doors to other institutions?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You see that the Reserve Bank of India is trusting them
Right.
with this cutting-edge technology.
Yeah.
Other institutions, they're going to be looking at that.
Right. It's like a stamp of approval
It is.
from a major player.
Absolutely.
Everyone in the industry is going to be like, oh, wow, okay.
Exactly.
But it's not just India.
Yeah.
They're not just focused on India.
Right.
Newgen is making moves globally. Wins in Saudi Arabia, Singapore, the U.S., Africa,
All over.
all over the place.
Yeah, they're expanding.
Yeah.
We're seeing them,
Yeah.
beyond just that core of
Right.
banking and financial services.
Right.
We're seeing them venture into like insurance and healthcare.
Interesting.
The solutions are really diverse,
Do you mean example?
like loan origination platforms,
Okay.
sophisticated knowledge management systems.
Really?
It's really interesting to see.
So it's diversifying their offerings,
Mhm.
their reach, casting this wider net clients from all over.
And it makes sense, especially if they want to hit that long-term vision
Right.
of reaching $500 million in revenue.
Right. That's a big goal.
It is,
That's ambitious.
yeah, ambitious.
And it's not just about, their reach.
Yeah.
It's also they're getting this recognition
You are.
from industry analysts,
Yeah.
Gartner's Magic Quadrant,
Yes.
enterprise low-code application platforms, 5 years in a row.
5th consecutive year. It's huge.
That's gotta mean something.
It does. It does.
What does that mean?
It's highly influential, that report.
Okay.
Evaluates technology providers based on
Yeah.
how complete their vision is
Right.
and their ability to execute.
Mm-hmm.
So being recognized 5 years in a row, that's a big deal.
It's like a Michelin star, kind of.
It is. It is.
They're not
Exactly.
kidding, they're good.
Exactly. It's that stamp of approval.
But speaking of delivering solutions,
Yeah.
there's this
What's up?
there's this thing we got to address.
What's that?
The elephant in the room,
Oh, okay.
longer implementation cycles.
Right. Right.
It seems like they're closing deals quickly,
Mm-hmm.
but then getting those solutions up and running is taking a little longer.
Yeah. And, this isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Okay.
It's just something to watch, to keep an eye on,
Okay.
because, I mean, it could mean a couple things.
What could it mean?
Could mean delay revenue for Newgen, right? On the other hand, it could also mean
Yeah.
that they're taking on bigger projects,
Right.
more complex projects,
The more complex.
more
Yeah.
transformative projects.
Got it.
And those take time.
Right. It's like building a skyscraper versus building a house.
Exactly. Exactly.
You can't rush a skyscraper.
You can't rush a skyscraper.
You can't, you got to do it right, make
Right.
sure everything's,
Right.
safe and stable.
It takes time, to get all the client requirements right,
Yeah.
to integrate it with their systems.
Yeah.
It's complex.
So it's all about like that balance
Yeah,
between speed and quality.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
But Newgen, I mean, they've been around.
Yeah.
They've been doing this.
They've seen it all.
They have. They've got the expertise. They've got the experience.
Yeah. So they know how to kind of navigate these things.
They do. They do. And it's not just about the technical expertise. It's also about that communication collaboration.
Right.
Keeping clients informed, engaged throughout the whole process.
Right. So that they feel comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Builds
Yeah.
that trust, ensures a good outcome.
And speaking of relationships,
Yeah.
there is like a lot of discussion during the analyst call
Yeah.
about the competitive landscape.
Right.
How is Nugent differentiating themselves?
Yeah. It's a good question because it's a competitive market.
Super competitive.
It is.
Yeah.
So they're really focusing on a few key things.
Okay. Like what?
First, they're highlighting
Yeah.
that digital transformation platform they've got.
Okay.
It's comprehensive.
Okay.
It provides a suite of solutions. So
Yeah.
process automation, content management, analytics, all that.
Got it. So it's like all in one.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. Then they're leveraging their expertise,
Yeah.
their deep expertise in certain verticals.
Like which ones?
So banking, financial services, government. They know those industries.
Okay.
They understand the challenges,
Mm-hmm.
the opportunities there.
Got
And then, of course,
Yeah.
their AI capabilities.
Right. Right. Which are,
Growing,
yeah.
growing.
Yeah.
And that's like a key differentiator for them.
It seems like they're doing a good job of it
Yeah, I think so.
based on, all this stuff we've been talking about,
Right.
their performance and the analyst recognition.
Yeah, it's all pointing in the right direction.
It is. It is.
But,
Yeah.
no deep dive is really complete without a little bit of skepticism.
Right. We gotta be real.
Got to be real.
Yeah.
What are the risks?
Yeah. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
So one thing, I mean,
Yeah.
tech landscape is constantly changing.
Right. It's like moving so fast.
It is.
Yeah.
So they got to stay agile, right?
Got it.
They got to be able to adapt.
Yeah.
Can't rest on their laurels.
You can't just like sit back.
No.
Got to keep innovating.
Yeah. And got to anticipate those future trends.
It's like running on a treadmill.
It is.
You got to keep running just to stay in the same place.
You do.
Yeah.
And then managing growth.
Yeah, that can be tough.
It can be. It can be.
Yep.
Scaling a business, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to plan it out,
Right.
execute well.
You don't want to lose what makes you special.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's about keeping those core values, the principles.
Right.
As they grow, they got to make sure
Yeah.
innovation is still there, customer satisfaction,
Right.
employee well-being, all that.
All those good things.
Yeah.
It's a tough balance, but it seems like they're doing a good job so far.
I think so too.
Yeah.
They've shown that resilience, that adaptability.
Which is key.
It is.
Especially in tech.
Absolutely. It's such a fast-paced industry.
Right. Right.
And, the fact that they're focused on
Yeah.
building that positive work environment, attracting top talent,
Right.
that's going to play a huge role.
It has to, right? If you want to keep innovating, you need the best people.
You do. You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a huge competitive advantage.
It is. It is.
Happy employees, engaged employees, they're going to be more productive, more
Right.
innovative, and ultimately that benefits the company.
Okay, so we've talked about their performance.
Yeah.
We've talked about their strategy, their expansion, the recognition they're getting.
Yep.
Their commitment to building a good culture.
Right.
But what are, like, the questions
Oh, yeah.
the investors and analysts are asking about their future?
Good question.
Yeah, what are they thinking about?
I mean, everyone wants to know about that $500 million revenue goal.
Right. Right.
How realistic is it? What's the time frame?
Yeah.
And, what role will mature markets play?
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Because those are going to be key
Okay.
for them to hit that target.
Any whispers about mergers and acquisitions?
It's interesting you say that.
Yeah.
It wasn't explicitly mentioned
Okay.
in any of their communications.
Okay.
But analysts are definitely speculating. They're like reading between the lines.
They are. They are.
Yeah.
Because Newgen, I mean, they want to strengthen their AI capabilities.
Right.
Expand their product portfolio. So acquisitions,
Well,
they could definitely play a role.
So it sounds like there's a lot of excitement and anticipation
So it is.
for Newgen's future.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
It will. It will.
But before we go any further,
Okay.
we're going to take a quick break.
All right.
When we come back,
Yeah.
we'll continue our deep dive into Newgen's software technologies.
Can't wait.
We'll explore their strategic initiatives even more,
Yeah.
talk about their commitment to AI,
Love it.
and of course, the potential risks and rewards.
Got to have both sides.
Gotta have both sides
Yeah.
that lie ahead. Still tuned.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Before the break, we were talking about all the speculation about Newgen's future, right?
Right.
And their big goals. And it's worth noting, like, all this focus on AI.
Yeah.
It's not just Newgen.
Right.
This is a big trend.
It's everywhere you look.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So are they just jumping on the AI bandwagon?
Yeah. Are they just following the hype?
Yeah.
Or are they really a leader in this space?
That's the question.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been investing in AI for years.
Okay, so they're not just like
Yeah.
reacting to what's like the hot new thing.
No, they've been strategic about it.
Okay.
They see that businesses, they want solutions, but they don't just want automation anymore. They want insights. They want data analysis.
Right.
They even want to be able to predict what's coming next.
Predictions, yeah.
And that's where AI comes in.
Right.
It's a game changer.
Yeah. So it's not just about doing things faster.
Right.
It's about doing things smarter.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why, like, Newgen's investments in AI, whether it's internal development or acquisitions, it's so important.
Yeah. So it's all about like the long game.
It is.
They're not just thinking about like
No.
the next quarter. They're
Right.
thinking about like
The big picture.
years down the line.
Absolutely.
And this brings us back to those
Yeah.
those longer implementation cycles.
Right.
We touched on this a little bit earlier.
Yeah, we did.
But I think it's worth exploring a bit more.
I think so too. I mean, it's a nuanced issue, right?
It is.
It could mean different things.
Yeah.
For Newgen, for their clients.
Right.
Like we said, it could mean delayed revenue for Newgen.
Yeah.
But it could also mean, they're taking on more complex projects.
Complex. Yeah.
Those take time.
Yeah. It's like we said, building a skyscraper versus boarding a house.
Exactly.
You just can't rush it.
You can't.
You got to get it right.
You do.
You got to make sure it meets the client's requirements.
Absolutely.
Integrates into their systems.
And it's not just about the technical stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's also about, like, communicating clearly.
Yeah.
Collaborating with the client.
And keeping them in the loop.
Keeping them in the loop.
Yeah.
Building that trust.
Right. Because if they don't trust you,
Exactly.
they're not going to be happy.
And the project might not succeed.
Right. Right.
It's all connected.
Speaking of connections,
Yeah.
during the analyst call, they talked a lot about the competition.
Oh, yeah, the competitive landscape.
Yeah, and how is Newgen, like,
Right.
how are they making themselves stand out?
Yeah, because it's a crowded market.
It's a crowded market.
It is.
So what's their secret sauce?
Well, I think they're doing a few things really well.
Okay.
First, they're emphasizing that digital transformation platform they've got.
Right. Right.
It's comprehensive.
Yeah.
It's got everything.
All in one, like we were saying.
Yeah, like process automation, content management, analytics, you name it.
So it's like a one-stop shop.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
They're really leaning into their expertise
Okay.
in specific industries.
Right, like those verticals we talked about.
Exactly. Like banking, financial services, government.
They know those industries inside and out.
They do.
Okay.
They understand the pain points, the opportunities.
Hotness.
And then, of course,
AI.
AI. They're really pushing that.
And are they ahead of the curve on that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Their AI capabilities are really growing.
So it's like a multifaceted approach.
It is.
Technology, domain knowledge,
Mhm.
and that forward-looking vision, like the AI stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's working
Yeah.
because they're not just selling software, they're selling solutions
Right.
to
Yeah.
real problems.
Real business problem.
Exactly.
And that's what people are looking for. You
Absolutely.
don't just want, like, a piece of software.
Yeah.
They want something that's actually going to, like,
solve their problems.
solve their problems and help them grow.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've got the track record to back it up.
Right. They've got the performance, the analyst recognition.
It's all there.
But, we got to be realistic.
We do. We do.
Every company has challenges, right?
They do.
So what are some of the things that Newgen might be facing?
Well, like we were talking about before, the tech landscape is constantly evolving, right?
Mhm.
New technologies, new competitors popping up all the time.
Yeah.
So they've got to stay agile. They've got to keep innovating.
It's like a race
It is. It is.
where the finish line keeps moving.
Exactly.
And, we talked about managing growth.
Right. That's huge.
Scaling a business can be really tricky.
It can. It can.
It's not just about adding more people
No.
or resources.
It's about integrating everything.
Right. You don't want to mess up, like, the good thing they've got going.
You don't. You don't.
Yeah.
So it's about maintaining those core values.
Right.
The principles.
Yeah.
Innovation, customer satisfaction, employee well-being,
All that good stuff.
all that good stuff.
So it's a tough balancing act.
It is.
But they're handling it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They're showing resilience, adaptability.
And they're focusing on their people,
Exactly.
which I think is smart,
It is.
because you need
those great people.
great people to navigate all these challenges.
You do. You do. And a strong culture that can really help.
It can.
Attract top talent, keep people engaged, foster that innovation.
Right. It's a competitive advantage.
It really is.
Yeah.
And Newgen, I think they get that.
It seems like they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking earlier about
Mhm.
the importance of mature markets
Right. Those are key.
for their growth.
Absolutely.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure.
Like, why are those markets so crucial?
Well, I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
The U.S., Europe,
Yeah.
those are huge markets.
Huge. Yeah.
Way bigger than emerging markets.
Right.
And they're also, like, more technologically advanced.
Okay, so they're ready for, like,
They're cutting edge stuff.
they're hungry for it.
Okay.
They want to improve efficiency, reduce costs, stay ahead of the competition.
So for Newgen, it's about tapping into that demand.
It is.
Yeah.
Establishing a strong presence in those markets.
Not just selling more,
Right.
but, like, building a brand.
Yeah, a global brand,
Yeah.
building that reputation.
Okay, so it's a strategic imperative.
It is.
If they want to achieve that big revenue goal,
Absolutely.
become a global leader.
And it's not just about the numbers, right?
Yeah.
It's also about, like, that credibility that
Yeah.
comes with success in those markets.
Like, if you can make it there,
Exactly.
you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, it's like a validation
Yeah.
from the global business community.
But how are they going to do it?
Yeah, how are they going to penetrate those markets? What's their strategy?
Well, it's multi-pronged, right?
Okay.
So direct sales, partnering with local companies,
Okay.
targeted marketing.
Okay.
Really understanding those markets.
Right. Tailoring their approach.
Absolutely.
They're not just, like, taking their existing stuff and saying, hey, here you go.
No.
They're, like, adapting.
Adapting.
Yeah.
And they're showing commitment,
Okay.
building a local presence,
Mhm.
hiring local talent.
So they're in it for the long haul.
They are.
They're not just, like, dipping their toes in the water.
Nope.
They're, like, jumping in.
They're diving in head first.
And they're bringing their AI with them.
Oh, yeah, that's key.
So how is that going to differentiate them?
Well, I mean, these markets are already pretty advanced, right?
Right.
So it's not just about having AI.
Right.
It's about showing the value.
Okay.
What problems does their AI solve?
Right.
What's the ROI?
Return on investment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How does it integrate with what they already have?
So it's got to be more than just, like, a cool technology.
It does. It does. It's got to be something that actually helps them
Right.
be more efficient, make better decisions,
Yeah.
ultimately be more successful.
Yeah, so it's not just about the tech itself.
Right.
It's about the benefits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they also have to really highlight that expertise they have
Okay.
in different industries.
Okay.
So how does their AI make their banking solutions better?
Right, right.
Their insurance solutions, healthcare, government.
Right, so they're not just saying, like, hey, we have AI, it's great.
No, no, no.
They're saying, like, we have AI,
Yeah.
and we know how to apply it
To your specific needs.
to your specific problems.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they have to communicate all of this effectively.
Right.
So they're crafting those marketing messages,
Okay.
tailoring them to each market.
Right, different markets, different messages.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Showcasing case studies,
Yeah.
real-world examples.
Right, proof that it works.
Proof that it works.
Yeah.
Building those relationships with influencer thought leaders.
Okay, so they're not just relying on, like, one channel,
No.
one message. It's like multi-pronged.
It is. It is like a symphony.
Yeah, it is.
It's symphony of marketing. I love that.
Yeah.
And Newgen, they're the conductor, right?
They're conducting the orchestra.
They are.
Yeah.
Bringing it all together.
Making sure it sounds good.
Making sure it sounds good, that it resonates.
And getting results.
And getting results. That's key.
Yeah.
So it's a journey, constant learning, adapting, executing.
And they gotta, like, keep their ear to the ground.
They do.
Yeah.
Listen to what's happening in the market. Listen to their customers.
So they can adjust as they go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the only way to stay ahead.
But it seems like they're well equipped for this journey.
I think so.
Yeah.
They've got the tech. They've got the expertise.
The vision.
The vision, the determination.
And they're not afraid to embrace those challenges.
They're not
pushing boundaries. They're looking to the future.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. Okay, so as we kind of wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to leave our listeners with something to think about.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about Newgen, their growth, their strategy, their AI.
Right.
But, like, what are the bigger implications here?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't just about Newgen anymore, right? This is about AI and the future of work.
Yeah, like, what does it all mean?
What does it all mean?
Yeah, for everyone.
To all of us.
Think about your own industry.
Yeah.
Think about your job.
What skills will you need?
Right. What skills will you need to stay relevant?
Because the future's being written right now.
And we're all part of it.
We are.
Yeah. So, before we go any further, let's take another quick break.
Sounds good.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Newgen software technologies. Before the break, we were talking about AI and, like, the future of work.
Huge topic.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Especially as Newgen expands into those mature markets.
Right.
Where, like, everyone's already thinking about AI.
Mhm.
It's a lot to consider.
It is.
Yeah.
But I think what's really interesting about Newgen
Yeah.
is, like, their ambition. They're not just, like, happy to be along for the ride.
Right. They want to be in the driver's seat.
They want to drive, yeah.
Yeah.
They want to shape the future.
It's like they're not just, like, building the surfboard.
Right.
They're also teaching everyone how to surf.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's a good analogy.
I like that one.
I like it too.
And you see that ambition in everything they do.
Right. Their investments, their expansion, their culture.
All of it. All of it.
It's pretty inspiring, honestly.
It is.
Especially in a world where a lot of companies seem to be playing it safe.
Right. They're not afraid to take risks.
And it seems like those risks are paying off.
So far, yeah. I mean, their performance is great.
Yeah, yeah.
The analysts are positive. The customers are happy.
It's a good story.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to go back to something you said earlier about the future of work.
Right.
And AI,
Hot topic.
huge topic.
Yeah.
It's not just about Newgen anymore, right?
It's not. It's bigger than that.
It's about all of us.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about how AI can automate things.
Right. Make things more efficient.
But what happens to the people who were doing those jobs before?
Yeah, that's the question.
What skills do they need now?
What skills will everyone need to thrive in this new world? It's hard to even imagine.
It is. It's changing so fast.
Like, we don't have all the answers.
No, but we got to start asking the question.
We do. It's
Yeah.
like we're on the edge of this new frontier.
We are.
And we don't know what's out there.
It's exciting and scary at the same time.
It is. It
Yeah,
is.
right.
And we got to be careful, right?
We do.
We got to make sure that AI is developed responsibly.
Ethically.
Yeah.
We don't want to create something that's going to hurt us.
Right. We want to make sure it's used for good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a powerful tool.
It is.
But like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
Okay. So as we close out our deep dive into Newgen,
Yeah.
I want everyone listening to think about how AI is already impacting your life.
Right. It's not just something in the future.
It's happening now.
It's happening now.
Yeah.
Think about your job, your industry.
How is AI changing things?
What skills do you need to learn
Right, to adapt.
to stay ahead?
Because the future's being written right now,
It is?
and we all have a role to play.
We do.
Yeah.
So be curious, be engaged.
Ask questions, learn, adapt.
Exactly.
And that's it for our deep dive into Newgen software technologies.
Great conversation.
It was.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.